She told us, in your 20s, learn the skill. In your 30s, the skill will pay you the most money you've earned until then. Make the money and learn to invest. The investments you make in your 30s will take care of you in your 40s, 50s, 60s. Moving.
Wow.
Yeah. True. Remember, we got into Tahidi High as actors, but we were film students. We were studying the behind the scenes of making a TV show. The acting was because of a co-curricular activity, drama. So for us, acting was always a means to an end. Our goal was to always produce and direct our own shows.
Wow.
We were very clear on that. So even when we got in as actors, immediately kierere tulianzanga kusumbua producer, can we be interns? Can I learn? Can I shadow the production assistant? Can I shadow the assistant director? By the time tunamaliza 1 year, from 2007 to 2008, by the time tunafika to mid 2008, Abel was already shooting, was already the camera. Nakamenze. For me, I was already a production assistant.
What?
Yeah.
So now you are the one who's helping organize.
Yes.
The bus pickup guys.
Yes.
Logistics.
Logistics. I'm the one doing all that.
Go pick up the cameras from here.
Kabisa. But at the back of my head, I knew my goal is to always end up as a director. So I'm doing all this logistics, but on set, I'm asking the AD, can I assist you to be an assistant director? The assistant director, what he does is now call in the actors, like direct the set, the crew and the cast. Niaje guys, next location is the library. Let's move there. And then the assistant director will go and rehearse with the actors so that when the director comes on set, everything is ready. Yes. So now I was doing that, which basically you're learning how to direct.
Yes.
Yes.
Is there more money?
Yeah. So now we are earning like actors and crew.
But in the beginning?
Yeah. In the beginning, no.
In the beginning, was it exposure?
It was exposure. Najua hiyo jina imeharibiwa, but there's a thin line between exposure and exploitation.
Yep.
And honestly, when you're starting out in your career, you need the exposure. You just need to, don't think about the money. Just go expose yourself to whichever industry you're in. I think one of the best advices I ever got, and this was from a grandma in her 90s. She told us, in your 20s, learn the skill. In your 30s, the skill will pay you the most money you've earned until then. Make the money and learn to invest. The investments you make in your 30s will take care of you in your 40s, 50s, 60s. Moving.
Wow.
Yeah. So in your 20s, forget the money. I keep telling you, in your 20s, skill. Learn a skill. And for you to be a creative genius, not even a master, a creative genius at any skill, it takes a minimum of 10 years. 10 years, when I say creative genius, is when let's say it's camera work. When you're starting off, you learn the basics of camera work. Like the basics to your film school was, you should never mix lights, like daylight from the window and a tungsten light. That's what you're taught in film school. You go you start now working, you follow those rules. Then one day you just say, wacha nifungue dirisha, nione itanipa effect gani. Before long, you're mixing your lights, something you were told explicitly. So at this point, what you're starting to become is a creative genius. You've become so good at the nini, now you can experiment. Then it takes about 30 to 40 years of working on a skill for you to be a master. Yeah.
Wow. Hey, first of all, this is amazing. So, did anybody else do this? I'm trying to see, of all the actors, because you can be an actor and be an actor, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But did anybody else say, me, by the way, I also want to intern?
It was just the three of us and OJ. So me, Abel, and OJ. Right? Because we were film students, so we knew behind the scenes is where we wanted to be. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so now you move from your 3K or your 3K with 250 a day.
Yeah.
with 5 a day.
Yeah.
You move from that to how you start getting paid something extra because of assistance there.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, it's not standard rates.
No, it's not a standard rate, and these things in Ivlota negotiate. Also, remember, we are growing as the show is growing. When we came in, Tahidi High was not earning anything for Citizen TV. That's why we had a crew of 3 people. But as Tahidi got popular, amen, that thing was raking in millions for Citizen TV.
Wow.
So pia every nini wanaenda wakiongeza tu, which I will always, I mean, in our industry kuna kwanga na a lot of exploitation, but for one reason or the other, God has been very kind with me. Like, he always takes me to productions where the people we are working with are genuine. Because we moved from 3,000 an episode. By the time we were leaving Tahidi High, we were getting 20K an episode.
An episode?
Yes.
Okay.
So they were very genuine. Like, as the viewership grew and the money grew, even our money continued to grow.
Okay. I don't want to overrush the story.
Yeah.
So you are within Tahidi High, you're acting. As you're acting, you're picking on other duties.
Yes.
So you're an actor, but then you're also doing AD, assistant AD, assistant director.
Yeah.
Is this now beginning to clash from a time perspective? And you're also in school, 3rd year. You get?
Where?
Because you're juggling now. Kuna vitu mob unafanya.
One of the best things you can ever do for your kids, throw them into co-curricular activities. What you don't realize is these co-curricular activities.
Co-curricular activities ni nini?
Kama drama, for example.
Okay.
Let me in this nini, it was drama. Drama, right from high school, although I wasn't super active at Kitabelwa, but into college, you can only rehearse for drama before class and after class. So for drama, we used to wake up at 4 a.m., go on a run, because you have to be fit. For you to dance for 20 minutes while you're singing, you have to be physically fit. 4 a.m., do a run, and come and rehearse for the dance before 7 a.m. So by 7 a.m., mshapiga like 3 hours za zoezi for 5, 6, yeah, for almost 4 hours. Then after class itaisha around 5 p.m. or whatever. You go back for rehearsals. We used to end our rehearsals at midnight. You end rehearsals at midnight, 4 a.m. you're up.
Okay.
And this used to be the same formula for, I used to see it in Dagu with the drama team. They dance up to 10 midnight and then at 4 a.m. So by the time we're getting into Tahidi and we're doing all these things, we're so used to late nights and early mornings. So for me, juggling 3 things, I'm a student, I am an actor, and I am part of the crew. It was crazy, but we were hacking it.
Okay.
And we had this, right now I can't pull some of those stunts. We had this energy.
Yeah.
Bro, but I remember there are days, because now our responsibilities grew. So it got to a point now, I'm the one doing even payrolls for the show.
Wow.
And Abel is on camera, and he's a scriptwriter, because he always wanted to tell his story. So he started script writing as well. So it's gotten to a point he's the writer and the cameraman.
Wow.
Bro, tunatoka shoot, mimi nachukua
kwanza job
comp, yeye anachukua laptop. At this point, juu tulianza live pamoja, tulichukua ka 1 bedroom pamoja. So alarm inatupata si wote tukiwa hapa. Me, I'm working on the payrolls, him is writing. Buda nani anaoga kwanza? Sasa ruka kwa sha. Like, we'd not sleep for 24, 48 hours, 72 hours sometimes when the work was packed.
What was it that's driving you like that?
Musema shida. Number one, we had both come from poor, so poverty is always there. It's always there. And then genuinely, we both knew what we were working towards. We always knew we want to do our own shows and our own films and own our own production company. So the acting, like I said, was always a means to an end. Yeah. So we want the money, yes, but we know how big we want to be in the future.
And are you seeing the success of this thing? Are you aware at this point that mukondani are the thing? Are you guys aware that haya? Let me use another personal example. I didn't know how big Groove Awards was because I hadn't done Groove Awards before. So I didn't know that I was involved in the biggest thing in this country at the time as the MC.
Right. Wow.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm new. I've joined, I'm a young guy, I'm doing this thing. So sometimes you can be in the thing, but you don't know how big the thing is.
It's a formula we use to date. We always say this. Fame is a side effect of hard work. And the minute you stop working hard and lean onto the fame, so just like you, we knew the show is big, but we didn't know historically, looking back, how big it was because we were working, bro. Me to date, I still don't know what to do with a free weekend. Because now as we grew and as we became really good at what we were doing, the producer started a new show called Mother-in-Law. So alituchukua kama crew, akatupeleka Mother-in-Law. So now we're doing 2 shows. We're doing 2 shows. Abel is writing for both shows. I'm being an AD and a director for both shows.
No.
We are actors at some point on one show. Like, I think Abel alipiga story. Kuna siku tu alicollapse.
Yes.
Yeah. For me, yes. We were so fatigued. So if you're doing 2 shows, it means if Monday to Friday I'm shooting Tahidi High, Saturday, Sunday we're shooting Mother. Okay. No, it used to be Mother-in-Law. We're shooting Monday to Thursday when school is in session. Monday to Thursday. Friday, it's a break, but for us it's not a break because we are shooting Saturday. So on Friday, for me, I have to get ready for Saturday because I'm the AD. So like I'm doing so many things at once. So buying props, calling actors, reviewing scripts, breaking down scripts. Like Friday for me was a normal work day. Then Saturday we are shooting. Sunday is supposed to be a break. It's not a break for me because I am prepping for Monday, Mother-in-Law. So for about 8 or 9 years of my life, I used to work 7 days a week.
What?
So to date, and it saved my life.
But
it
that's unhealthy.
But
Me want to find out, okay, first and foremost, I'm very happy that I'm hearing you constantly say a name of another human being. You know, right now your story has changed from you alone. You see, now it's like you're joint on the hip with Abel.
Kabisa. I told you my adult life to date, we've worked together the entire, so it's going to be mentioned a lot.
But let me also say, when in your, I like the way you broke down 20s, 30s, 40s, and all those things. In your 20s, you have time, energy,
no money.
No money.
Kabisa.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
When you get to your 30s,
right,
time starts going. Energy slightly starts going. You can't be like you're in the 20s. But then money starts coming in. Yeah. And 40 is energy now.
Energy. So you have the energy, you have the time. I mean, you have the money, you don't have the time and the energy.
So I'm getting you didn't have responsibilities. You didn't have a wife, you didn't have kids, you didn't have it was you, and then you're running away from poverty, but then you're also in your dream. This is what you wanted.
Absolutely.
For you it just came quick. But now I can understand why those friends are telling you, where atukuwa na wewe?
Kabisa. Because hawatapatana weekend waende sherehe wa hang out. si weekend tuko kazi, tuko job. By the way, it alienated us completely because I mean it's a weekend. What are you guys working? So at enough point your friends stop looking for you because you're never there. I mean it was so bad. I remember one of the few things that made us leave was it got to a point my own mother would have to book an appointment to see me.
Wow.
I'm like, no, now this is this is not healthy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Working, I mean, even God himself says on the 7th day I rested. Rest is very...
Oh, yes.
And I'll say,
absolutely.
Here's a teaser of Abel's story, but go and watch the whole of it because it affected his health.
So, I'm just crew. So, I'm doing camera work and I'm writing for 2 shows. So,
Mother-in-law,
Tahidi High. So, I'm filming during the day, usiku naandika. So, a very good chunk of the days, I'm only sleeping for an hour, 2 hours. So, when you do that for a long time, it takes a toll on you. So, by the time we were getting to around July... Burnout serious. I remember one afternoon, I was just from a 36-hour writing stint. As in for 1.5 days jalala. Juu nilikuwa tu hapa naenda na shoot na kama nafanya vitu zangu. 36 hours ndio nafunga laptop.
What?
Hiyo ilikuwa ni kiafte. Nikaeka laptop chini and I said, sijaoga mazee kutoka juzi. Jumi nilikuwa naandika. Wacha niende nifanye nini? Nikule shower. So mimi naamka fiti, naingia kwa bathroom na nafungua ile shower. That's the last thing I remember. Nilizima tu kaile kitu ya Windows. Chini.
What?
So maji ina run but hakuna, unajua unaweza tell mtu akiwa kwa bafu. Hiyo maji either utasikia unajua vile si kwa MC tukiwa kwa bafu mbaya.
But when you na rap hiyo.
So maji ina run but dead silence. Mazee mdem wetu wa job anashindwa nini ina happen. Umse aliacha maji tu hivi na akaenda. So anaitana huko, Abela. Baba Steph ananitaga Baba Steph. No, hakuna response. So ndio kitu tu ikamwambia, wacha ni knock hapa kwa shower, ni confirm tu hayuko hapa. So she knocks. Hakuna response. Mazee anafungua. So unajua ukisikia hakuna response obviously hakuna mtu. So anafungua tu ile kuconfirm. Anasikia du mlango inaguzwa. Niko hapo chini.
What?
Out. Nduru alipiga mpaka hiyo nduru, yani na nilikuwa nimezima, alipiga nduru deadly mpaka nikaamka. Alikuwa anajua nimedead. Alikuwa sure this one gone case. Mazee anapiga nduru, neighbors wakam. Ashindwa ni nini mazee, anasema mazee amenyamaza kwa ibafu for 40 minutes. Naangalia hivi mazee napata mtu amezima. So wakaniamsha teketeke. Sasa hiyo time kila mtu wako job. So wale wase wako area ni house helps na caretakers. Au ndio watu wako. None of those people knew how to drive a stick shift.
Yeah.
At the time I'm driving a stick shift.
Even now people don't know how to drive a stick.
100%, yeah.
Let me just be honest and say, if you kept working like that, you'd not be seated here.
I'd be dead.
You'd be dead.
100%. I remember for Abel, he collapsed. For me, my wake-up call was the chick I was dating then. We are dating, but tunaweza kaa 2 months atuonani. Cause bro
alikuwa naona wazee wengine.
Hiyo hatutaijua. Ni juu.
Ingia comment.
Na pia yeye alikuwa hii world ya production. So pia yeye akona some crazy schedules. And then mimi niko na hii crazy schedules. So sometimes upata mmemaliza whole month, a month and a half hamjaipatana. So I remember one day we're living set Tahidi High. We used to shoot in Karen. She calls me. She tells me, ndo nimetoka salon niko Tao. Just checking up on you. I was like, you in Tao? You know what? We rarely meet. Let's have a date. Let's meet in Tao. Let's do dinner. Na nikakata simu. The next time I came to my senses, nilikuwa naingia kwa hao yangu. Tulikuwa tunastay Pangani. So nilitoka Karen. I didn't sleep.
Wow.
But I was so fatigued and so out of it. I was on zombie mode. nikatoka Karen nikafika tao, nikashuka, nikaenda nikapanda mat, nikaenda hadi Pango. Naenda kuingia hivi kwa mlango kwa hao yangu, naona simu yake, niko that's to date I still try and recall which path I walked, where did I walk through Tao. I mean, she called, I was like nakam babe, nakam saizi. So nikafunga mlango, nikachukua gari, nikarudi Tao. On that day I hadn't driven to work because production used to provide transport to work. But that for me was, what level of tiredness is this? I can't remember which path or which route I used.
Bro, ni kama ulevi.
Hiyo
ni ku blackout.
Hiyo ni blackout kabisa. You're on zombie mode 100%. And I realized that's how I used to live my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys were driven. I mean, I love what drove you.
Yeah.
This running away from the poverty, but then also I think it's even more, it sounds like it's not even running away, it's more so building this dream. You guys are touching the reality of the thing that you want.
Right.
What happens when the money starts coming? What are you guys doing with the money? Are there ama sahi ndio Mumbusa anaingia picha.
Mumbusa anaingia picha. But hiyo swali wase wengi utuuliza juu hatuko watu sherehe, we always working, so where was the money going? Number one,